Hello, my name is John James and I am a writer and campaigner for male victims of female perpetrated domestic violence. Yesterday I made a video about isolation in this time of coronavirus and how we should not be just concentrating on female victims of domestic violence trapped with their abusers. How we should be concentrating on all victims of abuse, including men. Now, during the making of that video, I was concentrating mainly on a couple of things that I'd seen on social media and things that I'd been hearing. After making the video, I sort of saw an avalanche of this material, of people solely concentrating on female victims of domestic violence, both on the news media and on social media, and I'd like to go through a few things with you now. Let's start with this. Deep concerns over the safety of women and children affected by domestic violence during COVID-19 crisis. And it's not just in the UK either. Let's take a look at this. This is from France. For many French women and families suffering from domestic violence, being confined at home with an abusive partner due to the coronavirus is set to become a living nightmare. Time magazine. I used to read Time magazine a lot, and at least they acknowledge that there is male victims of abuse, but even still, 1 out of 3 women in the world experience physical or sexual violence in their lifetime, according to the World Health Organization, making it the most widespread but amongst the least reported human rights abuses. While men experience domestic violence, women make up the majority of victims. Now, I'm not a statistics guy, and I see statistics that say that there are 1 in every 3 abused people are a male. I see statistics that say male and female abuse victims are about even. It's not a competition. I don't know why there seems to be this obsession with either emphasizing the fact that, females are more affected, or ignoring male victims altogether. Now, like I said yesterday, and like I've said before, I am not saying that female victims don't matter. What I'm saying is that all victims matter, and it's no use shutting out one part of society. And again, as I said yesterday, it's not about closing your eyes. It's not about sticking your head in the sand. Male victims of female perpetrated domestic violence need to be acknowledged. They are in danger too, and by ignoring me, we're putting them even more in danger. Now, one of my favourite publications is Respect, and I say that sarcastically. Respect on their website do acknowledge their male and female victims of abuse. But when you click on Help for Males, it says 2 questions. Have you been abused? Are you an abuser? You click on the Help for Females, no mention of are you an abuser? None at all. And I saw this post from them yesterday. Although these figures are from only one police force, they provide a worrying snapshot of the increased danger that many women may now be in. If you're scared of your partner, our helpline remains open and can be contacted online. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, that it's not just social media that has been ignoring male victims, the disposable man. You know, it's also been media as well, like news media. And I'd like to show you a clip from American news media And like I say, this is all over the world. This is not just the UK that are ignoring male victims of abuse. This is all over the world. It's a worldwide problem, a global problem. So just take a look at this video.
Americans are being urged to practice social distancing and stay at home, but that might not be a safe place for everyone, especially with victims of domestic violence. When they're forced to stay in close proximity to their abuser, they of course can be at a greater risk. And some of the places that used to be safe for you to get away might not even be open anymore because of the coronavirus pandemic. But if it is safe for you to make a call, you can get help from the National Domestic Violence Hotline and SafeNest. SafeNest Crisis Hotline will be open 24/7, and always remember you can call or text the number for help.
I also want you to take a look at this. Alberta shelters brace for domestic violence surge linked to COVID-19. Now that goes hand in hand with the World Cup scenario of there's going to be an explosion in domestic violence. And that coupled with the propaganda that all women are victims and all men are perpetrators goes way beyond just domestic violence. It suggests that men are violent by nature. Men can't control themselves. The World Cup's on, England are using, we're going to beat our woman. We're stuck inside because of isolation. We're so bored that we'll just take to beating our woman. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Not only men are being ignored now, but we're also being made out to be monsters. I don't know. I'm not going to get into the feminist narrative. But it is a feminist narrative. I'll just leave it out there. Let you to decide. But we're not all violent. Not all men are violent. Some men are. Some men do beat their wives. Some men do beat their girlfriends. Some men do beat their boyfriends. But some women beat their boyfriends, some women beat their husbands, some women beat their girlfriends. It's not just about perpetrators and victims. It's about both can be both. As I sit here in my comfy home during this dangerous time, I thank God that I'm no longer in my abusive relationship. But my thoughts are with the people who are out there who are in an abusive household. Women suffering domestic violence, children who are in an abusive household, and men who are in an abusive household. It's no use ignoring the fact that men are abused. I can't emphasize that enough. However, this virus does affect one gender over another. Take a look at this. It has been well publicised that COVID-19 discriminates by age and by underlying health conditions, but it has become increasingly apparent that it also discriminates by sex, with men more likely to test positive and more likely to die from the disease. So not only do we put up with being disposable men in the fact that people ignore male victims of domestic violence, but we're also dying in greater numbers from this coronavirus. I don't know what more I could say, how more I can emphasise how important it is to recognise every group. Okay, end of video today, and I'll catch you again very soon. Love to everybody out there. Stay safe. Peace.